Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday really quick. Okay, so after I recorded, I went back on and I worked on the extras, and then I stopped at 7 to go for a walk. I got back and printed out chapter 12 script, and then I worked on the last few pages of chapter 11 and updated it, and then we stopped to go to Vaughn's. We got all the groceries we needed except for the frozen vegetables, so we were going to have to go to Albertsons afterward. We saw that they still had the gingerbread family for sale, so we got some. The trouble is that the price went up instead of going down, which is shocking. I can't remember how much that they were back in the day. All I know is that they were a lot more. I'm not sure if this is because they're limited edition Christmas snack, or if it's because the cost of living in the area in general just went up this year. We ate lunch, we went back on, and I finished whatever I hadn't finished because I know I did not finish the last page of chapter 11 before we had gone, so I finished that, and then we got off at noon and then we went to Albertsons. So like we pretty much bought out all of their frozen vegetables. We bought all of them. And the moment that we came back, I found that my Amymone light board had just arrived. So I spent all that time opening it and playing around with it. So I set up my recording station in front of my laptop to see if I can actually record like that. It's enough space. It's a bit cramped, but it's enough space, so I can actually start recording myself at night doing that. What I'm hoping to do is to take these files and post them on my Patreon, because like for the $10 tier I wanted to add speed drawings and whatnot, so I'm mostly going to be starting from chapter 12 this week. After that, I completed the second extra for chapter 53, and then I got tired and stopped. Is there anything else that happened? No, I think that's virtually everything that happened on Thursday. As for today, I woke up, oh god, I don't know when I woke up, I know, but I got out of bed at like 2 a.m. and then I went straight to work on the audio. I completed it at like 3:30, and then I went back to working on extras. I completed the second extra for chapter 52, and now I can actually load from chapter 51 to 54. So I don't know when I want to do that. I'm not sure if I'll have time to do that today. I hope I can, though. It's a lot of chapters to do. I'll probably have to do it like one chapter at a time. So yeah. After that, I got super sidetracked updating my Pinterest. So I made 2 boards for Ho Hum Deedum and 2 boards for the Live NPC sequel. 3 out of those 4 boards are private right now because I have to keep loading stuff for it. So I got Ho Hum Deedum fan art, which the fan art board I pretty much just already made public, so it's on the website. And then I have to finish loading all the illustrations for Ho Hum Deedum onto the board. So I have to go back to Monica's computer and get some of the Ho Hum Deedum extras from that, mostly the ones that look the most attractive. I'll do that later. I was supposed to unload all of volume, oh god, was it volume 4? Onto her computer, and I haven't done that yet. I got off at 6:30. I cleaned up my workspace again because like after trying to put up my recording station yesterday, I didn't like how crammed the area was. So I organized it all up. I ended up finding another pen with that was running out of ink. So now I have 2 empty barrels. I think there's a 10 and a 5 that need to be refilled. Let's see. Ate breakfast. We sat around eating breakfast in the bedroom again, and afterward we started playing with Monica's new phone. She has not used her phone since she got it last month. Is there anything else? I think that's virtually it. She's still doing that. So upcoming, I need to do the storyboard for chapter 12 today. I also want to start the script for chapter 13, and I also want to complete the extras for 55 and 56 because I still haven't done those. And I have to think about the dialogue for them. So once I get those done, I'm closer to completing everything. Oh man, I only have like 60. I feel like 60 is almost done. I'll have to do is line art the second extra for 60, and then I need to finish the first extra for 60, and then I need to find the artwork I did for 58 because I did it like months ago, and I think I misplaced one of the 2. I have to go look for the other one though. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday, but I have to go back to Friday really quick. After I had finished recording, we ended up making the last of all the pre-folded storyboard booklets. So I have booklets that go all the way up to chapter 27, I believe. And then Monica took a shower. I worked on the storyboard for chapter 12. It came out perfect. I didn't really have to organize it too much. And then I went for a walk at 9, and then I got back, and I know I did something, but I don't really remember what it was. I think I was working on the computer, and we made lunch and we watched the first 3 lousy anime of 2018. I'm not really certain if I could say that because I noticed a lot of Fate series came out too, or Fate related series, so I'm not really sure. I didn't watch any of those though, and like every single one of these 3 anime were just totally disappointing. So I didn't really get very far with Monica through Tochi no Miko. Grand Crest Senki was like horribly arranged, and the music was poor. Oh my god. And I don't even remember what the other one was. I think it was Two Cats or something. I don't remember. The only good series is that ramen series that we ended up watching, and like it's basically this stalker girl who just loves to watch this new girl eat ramen. It's creepy. It's really well delivered. So I can see that being the trash show of this season, unless something trashier comes out. I have no idea. Alrighty, so after that I completed and loaded the extras for chapter 56 and 57, so I'm almost completely caught up. I just need to do 60 and then I'm completely done with all the ones that I could finish. After that, I ended up taking inventory of my notebook collection, because like if you notice on my Twitter account, I mentioned that I wanted to complete all of my my notebooks. Basically, I have this big set of as a 5-pack of notebooks from the school supply season of 2016. I hadn't opened it for a whole year. I've just been sitting around for a long time. It was in my backpack, and then for half the time it's been sitting in this closet. So I finally opened it, and then I started to assign specific books to specific tasks. Like my 2015 book collection is all already taken up with different stories that I'm brainstorming for. So I just started setting apart some books for things. Like there's this story that's will take place in the winter. I can't do it after Live NPC. It's a collab. It's between me and Monica, and like I had the whole concept for already fleshed out. I just wrote it all down. That's all I really needed to do. And I've had some time to like brainstorm it in the past, but I need to go back to my phone and actually re-listen to what I've brainstormed for, because I don't know everything that I've said. I know I've said some things in the last like 2 years about it that I wanted to put in it. I'm debating on making one for the story that I do want to do after Live NPC, because I don't really feel like it needs it anymore. The story's already been written out, but I do need to revise it, which is why I kind of feel like I should. I don't know. I do have all the ideas written down already, but I also need to make some space to put some new ideas, because like I'm ready to amend some of the things I thought about in the past. Oh god, did we actually go to bed after that? I think we actually did. Shoot. No, man. Okay, so I woke up at 10. I started my period, so I took some painkiller, and I put on a pad. And then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up again at 2, so I resumed working on the audio, and then I compressed the video, and I spent the rest of the time between like, I think it was 3 to 5 o'clock printing out the drafts while listening to another audiobook. I'm listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get through with this, because like, I got up to the point where he was talking about how the Robin Hood method doesn't really work in reality, and like, I got tired because like I barely just finished the drafts. I printed them all out, and then I was waiting for my video to finish compressing. I just wanted to go back to bed, so I left it there, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow when I'm working on pages 1, 2, and 3. I got off at 5:40 because that's when my compression finished, and then I decided to go take a bath. I finished at about like 6 something. I can't remember. All I know is I kicked Monica out of bed after that, and I was telling her about the book I was reading. I'm hoping that today we can probably go and get some more water, because like at the moment we have enough bottles, but we also are creating a collection of empty ones, so I feel like it's about time we take at least 4 to go refill. And then at some point I feel like we really need to go to do laundry, because like we're running low on certain shirts. Other than that, we're good for socks and underwear. We just bought a whole bunch recently. Is that pretty much it? I think that is, because that pretty much leads us to now. We're about to have breakfast. I'm kind of expecting to work on the script for chapter 13 today. I don't know if I'll be able to get the whole thing done. I want to see how far I can get based off of just the information I have already. So if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. So. Well, we'll see. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Saturday really quick. So I ended up taking more painkiller at 7 because my cramps were hurting even more. I also noticed that we were completely out of overnight pads, so I reported that to Monica, and then we went to Stater Brothers to refill the water bottles. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to go get pads at Stater Brothers. We could have did that. But afterward, we took a nap, and then we woke up at lunchtime, and then we watched the Cardcaptor OVA. Like, I think the OVA came out with the manga, the new Clear Card arc. I'm gonna withhold my opinion of this because we also ended up watching the first episode of the new series today, so I'll cover that later. But we also watched Pop Team Epic, and then we ended up watching Sanrio Danshi. So Pop Team Epic, it's not what we wanted. We're not gonna watch it. Okay, so Sanrio Danshi, my major complaint with this is that they started with something really stupid and random, but the series went from 0 to 10 when they went through the main character's backstory. His grandma gave him a Sanrio character plushie, and then he ended up rejecting it and her when people made fun of him for liking it. And I feel like that should have been the basis of this story. We should have started with that. I would have definitely reeled me in. I have no idea why they didn't start with that. I feel like once they went to that, then I felt like I really was into the series. So I'm hoping that the rest of the series is a bit more grounded like that, but I have this sinking feeling it won't, because like the beginning implied it wouldn't. It just seemed like it was going to be any other pandering, Fujoshi, whatever. We ended up going to Target. We bought more pads, and then we looked at whatever they had. They swapped out all the holiday stuff for all the spring and summer stuff, so that's out. The seasonal section is now hosting all this, garden furniture and whatnot. Okay, so we got back at 2, and then I actually didn't bother working on chapter 13 the whole time. It makes me so mad that I didn't work on it at all. I really wanted to get it done yesterday, but no, it didn't happen. Okay, so after that, after we got home, I think I ended up updating my planners and journals, and then we went to bed. So today I woke up. I had a really hard time going to sleep last night, and because I had a hard time going to sleep last night, I woke up really late. I woke up at almost 2 o'clock. So I hurried to get on. I finished the drafts at 3, and I didn't finish line writing until it was like 5:30, I think. I set my video to compress its second compression, and as Monica made breakfast, we ended up watching the first episode of the Cardcaptor Sakura series. Alright, so this is my overall opinion on it. This is probably the most unpopular opinion, but I've never liked this series. Bought into the conceit when it was dubbed, because at the time it was being massively destroyed, and a lot of people like to hate on the dub, but I feel like the dub knew how to sell it better. The actual series itself, and Monica and I watched this series from mid-2010s. We ended up watching the series from beginning to end because we had the whole box set at the time. We wanted to watch it before selling it, and the series is so lukewarm. I feel like what I liked about the dub better was they knew how to sell the urgency of the conflict, and the series does not respect the urgency of its conflict, and everything just feels so like not important. You know what I mean? It's definitely a cute girls doing cute things show, and I've always hated that about it. Not that I hate cute girls doing cute things, because sometimes it can be really interesting, but for this one, it's not fun to watch a cute girls doing cute things show in the middle of a urgent maho shoujo. So I've always hated that about this series, and I feel like the whole OVA thing that we watched the day before really reminded me how pussyfooty the series can be and how irritating it is. And I find Sakura is a very unrelatable character. The only character I really love was Tomoyo, and I have a love-hate relationship with her because I really hate what they do with that character. I feel like she is such an annoying person. Even though I love the idea of her, I hate the things that she does. So that's why I feel like she is my like 100% waifu, because I love her and I hate her like an actual wife. You know what I mean? And I also have never quite found Sharon a trophy boy, so I don't like them as a ship. Sharon and Sakura, I just feel like they're terrible together. I don't get them together. I wish they had been shoving them down our throats. This is the reason why I never read Tsubasa, was because I cannot ship that pairing. And Tsubasa lives and dies on that pairing. So like, I just I feel like I know that they're buying into the nostalgia because it's having an anniversary, but I feel like we didn't need another season of this, and that's what I felt like when we were watching the first episode. It just felt like they did a good job of recapturing the appeal of the original series. But the elements never appealed to me, and the things that did appeal to me, they couldn't nail them. Like, one of the things that was appealing about it was certain aspects of the animation, and they just don't have the talent anymore. They just don't have the talent anymore. People aren't, as an animators these days, don't achieve the type of talent that the series needed to have in order to be like it was back then. I've ever noticed that she doesn't skate around as much. She only skated in one scene, and that was in the OVA. And like now, she just walks everywhere she goes. And I feel like that's mostly because of the lack of talent that exists now in the animation sphere. And I feel like I don't see what the purpose of was bringing the series back to recapture nostalgia that can't be rekindled in this generation. There's just no skill for it. So I feel like this was a pointless waste of time. I honestly feel that. And while I am gonna watch it just to see what they do with it, I mostly just want to see what Clamp thinks they can do with this plot. Because at the end, I was so, and I've always felt this way. When I first found out what the actual point of the end of the first series was, I've always felt like Clamp's storytelling is garbage. I'm sorry. I mean, oh God. I feel like it takes a genius director to really reinvent a shitty Clamp story. I mean, like, look at Angelic Layer, for example. Angelic Layer had, like, such a shitty ending. If you read the manga, her mother was afraid, her mother was too shy, her mother couldn't be around her, and that's why her mother left her. Some genius director took that, and in the anime, they gave her mother an actual disability, and she was ashamed of herself, and that actually worked. The anime version of Angelic Layer worked. The only thing I hate about the anime version was that they forgot, or they decided that they didn't want Misaki to be like Hikaru from Rayer, because she was supposed to be like a parody of her. They decided to make her a parody of Sakura, which is one of the reasons why I hate her so much, is because she's just such this like annoying little docile character who's supposed to be like supposed to have a tomboyish side, and yet I feel like it never shows. I feel like it showed more in the dub rather than in the Japanese version. And like when they tried to turn Misaki into this like pussyfooty little timid girl, it just made me so angry. I'm like, what? Why doesn't this character type appeal to people? What was Hikaru an accident? What happened? It just confuses me because like Misaki was supposed to be exciting and adventurous, and then they made her all like, I'm shy, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm scared, and it just like, I'm sorry, it says to me because Clamp products were like the bulk of my childhood, which is annoying because like, you know, I read Cardcaptor Sakura. I owned the whole series. I owned the DVD set. I owned Chobits, the entire series, and then I owned Angelic Layer, the whole series. And like when you get to the end of their work, it just feels like, what were you thinking? Because like, I mean, even the end of Chobits, when you get to the end, it just feels like we went through all of that for why? Seriously? And like, I know it's about the journey, it's not about the destination, but I feel like the destination and embarking on the destination and arriving at the destination need to inform each other, and that's something I always feel is what I try to do when I write my own stories. Even if I'm in a position where I'm running out of budget and I have to cut out important things, like I said in a previous recording, I sometimes I have to cut out like major flashbacks or like reduce like important monologues down to like a condensed monologue. I still feel like when it comes to the end and the beginning need to inform each other in some way, so that way we feel like we've accomplished something. Other than that, I feel like when you read a Clamp series and you get to the ending, it always feels like, how the hell did we come from here to here? That it just makes no sense. So like, I'm watching this series is to see two things. One, what does Clamp think they're doing now? And two, how is this director going to pull it off? So lately, especially when it comes to reboot series, directors have not been taking creative liberty with projects, and they've been trying to just like translate the series from word for word from the original manga text, and it makes it seem more weak. And so far, I'm getting the same weak feeling from this. It's not as it just doesn't have the same kind of strength that it did back in the beginning. Even if Village strength was kind of weak itself, I feel like it feels like it's even weaker. Other than that, that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry I'm so fiery about Clamp products. Clamp was one of the first mangaka team that actually made me feel like I was gypped when I read a whole series by them. And from what I heard, they haven't gotten better. I've heard that they've been on a big hiatus since the whole Bossaholic. I don't know. They try to run 2 series and make them relate to each other in some way or whatever. All I know is that I heard they were on a hiatus. I was so mad when I found they were making a few years ago. I found they were making this, and I was just like, oh no, we don't need this. We don't need this. It upsets me so much when I hear people remember this series so like beautifully and nostalgically, because for me it was not there. I never felt like I loved it that much. I always felt like it's just such a weak series. My God. Okay, that's my end of my review for Cardcaptor Sakura. Alrighty, what happened after that? Alright, so I ended up getting off at about, I think it's either 7 or 8 right now, I can't remember. I'm gonna go for a walk in a moment because I needed to brainstorm what I'm gonna do for chapter 13. What else is there? I think that's virtually it. I don't have any other ideas. I need to color page 1 for chapter 12 because I just did the line art for that earlier. What else is there? Monica's working on pages 2 and 3. I'm hoping I could catch up to her. Other than that, I also have to update my YouTube. So those are all the things I need to get done today. Alright then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, but I have to go back to Sunday really quick. I went for a walk, I brainstormed chapter 13, I found 2 pennies, and then I came home. Oh man, what time did I come back? All I know is I decided to go back on at 9. Until then, I ended up catching up on my journals and planners. I worked on page 1, I loaded my video, and then I finished one of the books I was reading by lunchtime, I think. And then Monica and I went for a walk. We had a bit of an argument. I feel like it's not an argument as an actual problem. It's more of like we were just trying to get on the same page with each other because we were talking about the same thing, but we're looking at it in 2 different ways. Like, for example, she feels that she's not getting enough done, which is why she feels like she needs to do more. Whereas I feel like I'm doing so much, I feel like I would like to do less, which is why our perspective didn't match. So in the end, I had to explain that to her that was where we had reached a crossroads. So she understood that my point afterward. So yeah. Okay, so got home and I went back on. I think was it 1:30? And I finished page 1, and I almost completed page 2, but I didn't finish finish adding the effects to it. And I only got a little bit into page 3, and that was it. Okay, so people were saying that Tokenranbo Hanamaru Season 2 was not licensed, and that apparently the fan subbed version wasn't a fan subbed version, it was actually a stolen version. So people were wondering if there was ever going to be a subbed version like ever. So I went looking and I found the unsubbed version because somebody put it on Dailymotion, and so we ended up watching episode 1. And then eventually someone put up a subbed version the day after. So we got to watch it with subtitles this morning. So basically, they were celebrating the new year, and the 2 twin Genji brother boys showed up. I kind of wish that we had saw these swords first in Hanamaru before we saw them in Katsugeki. But I feel like, no, the damage has already been done. I don't like them still, and they're really popular. They're really popular characters. I think what the thing that really bugs me about them is that the 2 characters are literally just jerking each other off, okay? I mean, the way that they only engage with each other and not anybody else, it just feels like they're just jerking each other off, and I can't stand it. It's so annoying. And as someone who's very close to my sister, I feel like they're an insult to siblings. I'm sorry. I felt this way about them ever since the other brother has trouble with the name of his other brother. It just really pisses me off. I cannot stand it. Okay, so got off after we watched Hanamaru. Then Monica decided to try the sewing machine. I think it was probably based off of what we were talking about earlier. So Okay, much to her surprise, the sewing machine actually was easy to use. All this time we were worried that it was probably going to be dusty and need oiling and whatnot, but it was fine. I hope it continues to work. I feel like it was such a relief that it does. She tried out the pattern I made. It's a little bit big. I have two choices. I could either A, take it in, or ask her to sew bigger, because like the seam lines that seam allowance is actually bigger than what she was sewing. She was sewing really close to the edge. So that's an idea, but I really feel like I want to tailor it to Rio's figure a bit better. I also wonder if Rio had a bigger bust size, if it would the outfit would have fit her. But she has a really small waist because she's a doll dream. I'm wondering if we had a normal doll, like say, like I really want to get Zaga doll Elsie. I don't know if I'll be able to though. But in case that I do, I wonder if the pattern would fit her also. So yeah, I'm just. Well, seeing her sew something actually just like it turned a light on in my head because I completely forgot that sewing for dolls was a dream of ours, because I just put it off to the side because it wasn't financially helpful. I wanted to focus on replacing all of our technology, my computer, and getting stuff like a graphics tablet and whatnot, and replacing our programs and etc. Because like I said, I'm working with computer programs that came out when I was in high school. I was in high school a decade ago. Oh my god. What else is there? Okay, so one of the things that we want to do for 2018 was to renew our ID cards. Marianne said that it's possible to renew our ID cards on the internet. The trouble is that we can't change our address that way. We have to actually literally go in person. However, the best part is that we can get an appointment in advance via the internet. So, the one thing I told Monica is that I just don't want to be doing something else during the day that we have to go. And our weekends probably don't align with the DMV. So, I told her, can we go when our vacation starts at the end of February? So, if you don't already know, I take the entire month of March off to work on the Eurovision covers. And so far I haven't had to think about it because no entries are being released just yet. I'm still waiting for dates for Cyprus and Czechia. So and I think Spain, and then France is going to be the 27th. So I have some time to actually worry about other things. And I usually cram all throughout the entire month of March all the album covers. I typically get them done like a week in advance, depending if I have to wait on something, because some entries like to come out like last minute. Like Bulgaria for 2015 try to come out. I think it was 2016. Bulgaria for 2016 came out last minute, and it pissed me off so much. Okay, so yeah, we're hopefully gonna go on in February. She's mad because she wants to do it sooner, but like I really feel like I really don't want to be doing anything else. This way we can go on like a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and those are days that we cannot go typically because I'm working on other things. So yeah, let's see what else is there. I woke up this morning at 12:30, and I went straight to work on the pages, and I recorded myself line arting pages. I think it was 4 and 5, or was it? No, I think it was 5 and 6. And my camera ran out in the middle of page 6, or was it page 5? I don't know. I think I did them backwards actually. I can't really remember. All I know is that I'm planning on putting it up as is. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a compilation of all the pages in one video, or if I just want to put them up in general. All I know is that I want to have more stuff up on my Patreon. So yeah. Let's see what else is there. Alright, so after I did that, I woke Monica up at 5 so we can go to Walmart to get food. We left after we watched Hanamaru, so we left at like 6:30. We got there by 7. They had way more Valentine's stuff. I was so tempted to get the memo pads. Oh my god. And they had a lot of cute rainbow pencils, a lot of rainbow stuff. I love rainbows. Okay, so we got everything we needed. We actually found a flashlight that's like the flashlight we have right now. I feel like these flashlights are just getting skinnier and more streamlined looking, because the first flashlight that we had a bell shape to it, and it looked really hokey. And the little lever for turning it on and off was on the top of it, and somehow it broke off at some point. So this one, the current one that I have, it's on the side, and I thought when I first saw this one that it looked more modern than the one that I originally had, and it's shaped kind of like a vase more, and it has a little lever on the side of it, and the center of it is the main light, and then the top is the flashlight part. And then Monica's version is way more streamlined than mine. It looks almost like a cell phone. That's how streamlined it is. And the front part is the light, and the bottom part is the top part is the nightlight, and the bottom part is the flashlight. And I'm just like looking at it. It's shaped more or less like mine. It has a retracting prong. Her retracting prong is kind of more like the one that I had on my first one, where you pull on it and it pops out because it's receded into the design. And mine over here is the one that I have like this little lever, and if you pull a lever down, it makes the prongs go in. Sometimes it gets stuck, and which is why I try not to use it too much. So she has her own flashlight. This flashlight's been officially replaced. I'm not sure what I want to do with this flashlight now that we don't really need it. I figure I'll just hold on to it, so that way we both have flashlights on each of our sides of the room in case we need them, instead of having to ask each other to give each other the flashlight. So yeah, well, that takes care of that. The other thing we needed to get today was Downy, so we got that. It's just a fabric softener. And the only thing we missed today was all the frozen goods, because they decided to wax the floors beforehand, and so all of the frozen food area was blocked off. So we need to go later to get pancakes, etc. I'm glad that we still have one bag of pancakes. I don't know if we're gonna have to go to Fullerton to get them, or if we should try to go back to Anaheim to get them. It's so annoying. If we do go back to Anaheim, I can't promise I'm not gonna use it as an excuse to go to Daiso, because I always try to find an excuse to go to Daiso whenever we go to Anaheim. So when we got back, I don't remember when we got back. I think we got back at 8. I finished all of the Sunday pages, so they're all up. I updated my Patreon. I proofread chapter 45. I'm preparing to set up the chapters that are ready. So from 52 to 53, I think, are all those chapters. Well, technically, no, I think it is 51. Alright, I don't remember if I made the extras for 51. Okay, so 51 to 54, I have to literally take all of the solid pages for that and make the tapas and the smack G versions, because I have to actually literally load them into a editor or a template, and I have to convert them for the mirrors and then load them to the mirrors. So I'm hoping to do that in between working on the script, which I feel like is a bad combo, honestly. I need time to just singly focus on it. And I think the best time to do that is on Thursdays, because Thursday I usually spend the day working on whatever it is that's not done, whatever Wednesday pages aren't typically done. And sometimes in the morning I would do that also, but I don't know. We started the day very late today, so I'm mostly going to be doing straggling pages until Thursday. So I don't know. Maybe I could at least try to do one chapter for every mirror. So, like, for example, the easiest one to assemble is the tapas mirror. So I feel like I want to focus on that. Is that pretty much it? Yeah. Okay. So I'm taking a break. I didn't see what time I got off, but I'm gonna try to go back on like in an hour and a half, because I'm tired. I didn't get that much of a break between breakfast and Hanamaru. So yeah. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. We ended up watching some anime. I'm trying to remember which ones they were. I think one was, what's it called? Mitsuboshi Colors. That was really uninteresting. And then there was the one about shogi, and I thought it was a bit interesting until we had one of those naked shower scenes, and I was like, no, this went from interesting to being unimpressive. And after that was some children's cat show, and that was possibly the most gratifying of the three. Oh man, I hate that we're running out of things to watch. I mean, this season barely started. After that, we ended up going for a walk in the rain. I forgot to mention in the last recording that it was raining. It rained on our way to Walmart. It rained on our way back from Walmart. And it continued to rain. In fact, it is raining right now. We went for a walk in the rain. When we got back, Monica randomly got a call from the college, was it college something services? I forgot the name of it. Some college something services clinic? No, I don't remember. Apparently, she has an appointment on the 10th and she didn't tell me about it. Her nurse is supposed to give her her shot. And I'm like, why didn't she tell me? I wish she had told me. Because like all this time I thought I had to wait until the 23rd for her next appointment, and she actually has one coming up. When she talked to that person and whether or not she should go to it, and the person told her to go to it. So I'm just like, it annoys me so much. She should have just told me. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out what I can print out for tomorrow. Because, like, I have only the drafts for chapter 58 ready, and I'm still in the middle of working on the second extra for chapter 60. And I think I planned something for 55 and 56, but I don't remember what I did with that page that I planned it out on. Because I know it's not on the original little extras brainstorm sheet I had. I cut that thing up into bits and pieces. So, like, it's not on there. So I'm, like, really stuck. I cannot remember. Okay, so I decided that I needed to go back on and look through my deleted folder to see if I could find it in case that I actually scanned it and deleted it and I don't remember. Alrighty, so I went back on at 1:30 and I had a really shitty time with the script, and I ended up taking a break because like nothing was happening with it. I ended up talking about it to Monica a bit, realized what I needed to do differently with it, so I decided to work on that tomorrow, and realized I received a message at about like 5:30 in the morning, and I didn't see it because I rarely ever visit my Yahoo account, but this person was questioning me about something I'm selling on eBay, and they wanted to know if it was possible to ship it cheaper to Germany. And I didn't actually check my eBay to see this person was bidding on it, because if they were bidding on it, then that would make sense. Other than that, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna end up selling that thing or not. Let's see. So I got off at 3 p.m. I made green tea for tomorrow morning, and that's pretty much all that I did for that day. So I woke up this morning at 11. I got up at 12:30 a.m. and I went straight to work on the pages. I finished the line art at 4 exactly. It was exactly 4 o'clock. And I finished assembling the pages by 4:40, so I spent the rest of the time working on the script for chapter 13, and it moved a lot more smoothly. I'm already on the second page of it. That's how smoothly it went. I got off at 6 something. I think it was 6:30 or around about then. I got off, and Monica finished making breakfast, or she was in the middle of making breakfast when I went into my drawer full of all the used paper that I've already scanned and used both sides, and I went looking for the drafts for chapter 58 because I knew I had them. I knew I had them, but for some reason on my computer I only have one. I don't have both. I think I failed to scan the second one, so I'm going to scan both of them again, and I'm going to try to get them printed for tomorrow. What else is there? What else did I do? I did go through my deleted folder, and I restored specific files I knew were drafts for extras. So I'm going to see if the ones I had planned for 56 and 55 are on there. What else was there? I didn't bother taking any of the finished Monday pages off of Monica's cartridge because she only had one page done and one page almost done, and I'm gonna wait for her to finish the third page first before I take them all off. Hopefully I'll get them done. I want to work on them like after I was done with the script, but I don't know if I'm able to get the script done beforehand. I really wanted to get the script done before tomorrow so I can storyboard it while I'm there, but I'm probably not gonna, so I'm just gonna try anyway. Is there anything else? Ugh. So we ended up eating breakfast in the bedroom. I'm gonna take a shower in a moment. I wanted to go for a walk, but it's still raining really hard. It's like raining insanely hard right now. Man, I can't believe it's already rain season. Yeesh. Okay, so is there anything else that's on my mind? No, I think that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alright, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday. After I recorded, I tried to mess around with my traveler's notebook. I tried to make inserts. I tried to make like a divider, and then I tried to make a pocket, and then I tried to make little card inserts, as in for you can stick like little cards inside it, and none of them worked out. They all felt awkward inside it, and I'm just like, I don't know what this is gonna take to get used to using this thing. I even changed the method of how I was stringing the books. Like some people suggest instead of taking a middle book and stringing a rubber band around it or elastic around it to put 2 more books, I ended up just stringing my 2 books together and then putting them in the center, and that's how it is right now. And I don't know, I'm so lost with how this is supposed to work. Part of me feels like maybe I should really just get one really thick book, and just stick it in there or something. I don't know. I'm just so lost. So yeah. Okay, so I went back on at 8, and I tried to get farther into the script, but I didn't get that far. So I stopped at 10. We went to Vaughn's and we got food, and then we ate lunch and we watched that anime. I forgot what it was called. It's basically about a boy and a girl trying to humiliate each other. We both didn't like it, and in fact we both couldn't really watch it until we sped up the video, because I set it for like ×2 speed, and suddenly it became more bearable because it was just so darn slow. So yeah, after that I went back to work on the script. I got stuck after the leading female had a realization. And I don't know. I'm stuck. I don't know. I got stuck at that point, and I thought I have to go back and fix it. So I debated with Monica what I should do. Well, I should just sat there and listen to me, and then I just gave up on it. So yeah. Let's see. So I ended up I don't remember if I ended up working on the Monday pages yesterday. I don't think I did. I think I decided to hold out until today to work on them. And I took a break at 1, and man, was it raining hard. It was raining so hard, it made me glad that we didn't have to go back to Fullerton anymore. But then Monica just revealed to me today that that the actual appointment we were going to was for Fullerton. It was not for locally, because they still don't seem to have her medication over here at this new place. So I was like, oh shit, we're going back to Fullerton. Oh god. Okay, so I woke up at 2 because, like, I don't know. I don't know why I was so flaky today. I didn't even start pages 10, 11, and 12. I was supposed to wake up at 12:30 and to just draw pages 10, 11, and 12 and get the line art done for Monica. But the thing is, Monica's not even done with the Tuesday pages. So what's the point of starting the Wednesday pages if she's still in the middle of coloring the Tuesday pages? So I decided, okay, forget it. I'm not even going to work on the Monday pages either. I'm just going to go straight to working on the script. So I finished the script this morning, and I did a lot of editing to it. And yeah, I ended up packing it for today when she was doing her when I'm waiting for her in the lobby where she's getting her shot. So I decided to pack it with me. And then we ate breakfast. Oh, what did we watch this? I don't think we watched anything. I think we just caught up with the internet while we were eating breakfast. But yeah, we ended up leaving for Fullerton at 8. We hit Sprouts at 8:30, and we loaded up on tea and some crackers. I got the mint tea, I got the chai tea, and oh no, they didn't have the jasmine. And then I got the regular rooibos, because we ran out of honeybush, and the honeybush and the rooibos kind of taste similar, only the honeybush has a slight, like a very faint honey flavor to it. It's very faint. So yeah. Okay, so after that we hit Michael's at 9 because we had that 40% off coupon. I should have gotten a 50% coupon off the internet. I could have printed it out, but I didn't. They send me so many coupons, but like I don't always look at any of them. I think I have like a thing on my account there that actually shows me all the available coupons for my area. And they expire after a point too. So okay, we went to Michael's and we got 2 things. One, Monica liked these cute little planner sticky notes. She's liked them for a while. I finally got her a set. So that's been obtained. And then we got really super thin ribbons. We got some in white, some in red, and some in gold. Because for cosplay, for anime characters, the majority of outfits typically have either like a white trim, a gold trim, or a red trim. I could have gotten black, but I couldn't think of any characters that needed a black, so I passed on it. I'm really excited about getting these because like I really want to make Alice Murgatroyd cosplay. That's the girl from Toho with the dolls. Yeah, I really want to make her cosplay for the Dolphy Dream. I've been looking for a Dolphy Dream head that reminds me of her face, so I can just make a custom doll of her. That'd be so cute. Okay, so in between Michael's and Sprouts, we did hit Dollar Tree, but we weren't there for very long. We just looked at all their stuff. The Dollar Tree over there is way more organized than the Dollar Tree over here. The Dollar Tree over here is such a disaster zone. I have no idea why. I guess because the Dollar Tree over here is surrounded by neighborhoods, so people come over and just trash the place a lot. I have no idea. Whereas the other Dollar Tree is surrounded by mostly other businesses. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so after that we hit the wellness center when Monica got her shot. I was not successful in completing the storyboard or anything else. I only got like halfway through it. I have to look back. I didn't actually see how many pages I covered when I was working on it. I probably only covered like 3 or 4 pages. And the process when Monica was coming back, she told me that she introduced her nurse to Hohem Dinam, and the nurse to the window, because there's a window in the lobby. There's just the office window where the reception window, you know, and she ended up showing her cell phone. She's like, Monica, is this it? And I looked, and we both looked, and it was Hohem Dinam on her phone. I was like, shit. But yeah, she told me that the nurse had asked about Hohem Dinam before, and Monica had never given her the name of it. So she said the nurse said it was cute. I don't know if she's gonna read it. 60 chapters long. 61, technically 60, not just 60 chapters, 64 chapters long, because there's the finale and then there's the Julia specials, and that's, yeah, it's 64 chapters long. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we left, we hit Walmart, and we loaded up on pancakes because we're down to our last set of pancakes. We got more Vienna sausages, and then we got grandma's chicken. And when we got home, the mail guy was just barely finished putting all the mail away, so we brought junk mail up. And then we ate lunch and we watched Love Comes After the Rain? Was it Love Is After the Rain? Oh, darn it. Love is something after the rain. I don't remember. It was like Koi wa Ame Agari no Yoni or something like that. I think that's what it was. But yeah, all I knew was that Amymoneyearnsforhome means after the rain or something like, after the rain, because like I used to have this song called that, and so that's whatever. I gotta shut up. Okay, so basically it's about this girl who was a track runner. She got injured. She works for a restaurant because she's in love with the manager. Again, the manager is this older man who's been divorced and he has a son, and she likes him because he's an older man, and this is everything Monica likes in a series. Because, like, I'm not really sure where she gets her older man, younger girl fetish from. I'm fine with it myself, too. I think it's possibly because of our parents. Our parents were, I have to say were because dad doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Our parents were about almost, like, 20 years apart in age. I can't really remember how many. Because I remember when my dad was in the military, my mom was learning how to walk. And oh man, I can't really remember. I think she kept stressing it was 19 or something. I don't remember. It was something like that though. So I wonder if that's one of the main reasons why we're perfectly fine. We're perfectly desensitized to it. You know, a older man getting with a younger girl. Whatever. But let's see. I really feel like this is probably going to be our Tsukigakure for this season. I was really hoping last season would have one, but it didn't. And Monica felt like Tsukigakure was good, but she wasn't in love with it. I was in love with it. And I personally feel like this new series, Love After the Rain, is good, but Monica really loves it. So I feel like we're flip-flopped on it. It definitely has this weird, like, dated feeling to it. And I think it's just the art style. that makes it feel like it's dated. I don't know. Oh, whatever. Okay, so after that, I ended up finishing all the artwork for the Monday pages. All I need to do now is add the text. I'll do that later. I'm taking a break right now because like I forgot to record this morning. I've been recording mostly in the mornings, and not today. I'm mad that I think I just messed up my recording schedule again. This is the last recording of the week, and after this I have to edit all this audio, so that's gonna be exciting. I have to edit all this audio on top of everything else I'm already doing. If I could, I would just do the audio right now, and I have to work on the pages though. Is there anything else I need to talk about besides that? I think that's virtually it. I really can't think of anything else. Alright then. I will see you in the next one.